Welcome to How to Play Sudoku. So I particularly like two pens, one a fine point pen and a thicker pen like this one to differentiate between the possible numbers and the definite numbers. The possible numbers are the numbers that I think could go in the boxes, and then I'm going to write them at the top of the boxes and in small numbers. And then when I finally come to determine which number it definitely is, then I'll write it in the box with this pen. So the first thing that I am going to do is look at, okay, so the rules are that each box will have digits 1 through 9 unrepeated. Each vertical row will have digits 1 through 9 unrepeated, and each vertical row will have, is that vertical or horizontal? Well, the horizontal lines will be 1 through 9 unrepeated, and vertical lines 1 through 9 unrepeated. So what I like to do first is the numbers that they've already given me. And this is an easy Sudoku puzzle. As it get harder, you get fewer numbers. So starting with 5 up here, I see that there's a 5 on this row, and there's a 5 on this row. So that means that for these other boxes, 5 will not go here or here, and down here, 5 will not go here, here, here. So I know that I'm solving for 5, that it's not going to go here, and it's not going to go in this row. So it has to go on this row for this particular square. Looking down, I see that there's also another 5 here. So I can eliminate this box as well. So that means that there's a possibility that the 5 will go here or here. Okay. So now I've solved for 5. Now I'm going to go 3. I don't have another 3 here to kind of eliminate, make an elimination. So I'm going to skip that one. 6. I have 2 6s. There's a 6 here, and there's a 6 along this line. So that being said, I know that the 6 for this box right here, this square, is going to be either here or here. Continuing on, now I only have 1 9 here, and I have 2 4s, so I can start eliminate possibilities for 4s. There's a 4 along this row, a 4 along this row, so I know the 4 for this box has to go right here. So this is a definite 4. Okay. So now I have 2 2s, so let me solve for 2 2s. So my 2s are here, 2s are here. So that means that for this box, 2, it has to go right here. So I've done 6, I've done 5. Let's go for 7. So 7s are here, 7s are here. So that means the 7 has to go here for this box, because it can't go on this row because the 7 is here, and it can't go on this row because the 7 is here. So it has to go here. So we've solved for 5 here. 3, we only have 1. We've done 7. We've done 6, a possible 6. We've only have 1 9 here. We've done 4s. We've done 7. We've done 5. Okay. I will do the same thing along this row of 3 boxes and this row of 3 puzzles, so to speak. So I see my 3s. 3s are along this row, 3s along this row. So for this box, the 3 is going to be in one of these 3 boxes. I see 3 here, so I know 3 can't be here. So I have 2 possible locations for 3, here and here. For 5s, I see 5 here, 5 here. So that means that 5 has to go here in this row. On this row, in this box. And so we only have one possible location for 5 along these 3 boxes. So this is a definite 5. Now that we see that this is a definite 5, we can go back here. Remember, here we had possibilities that 5 can go here and here. So we can cross this out, that this cannot be 5. So now we know that this is 5 because we only had 2 possibilities. Okay, so let's solve for 7 now. 7 is here and 7 is here. So it's going to go along this row for this particular box. Ooh. Seven here, 7 here. So we need this center row. And 7 can either go in this box or this box. So it's a possibility that it can go here or here. So I've solved a possibility for 7. Let's go on to the 1s. We have 1 across this row, 1 across this row. So that means that the 1 for this box is going to be here or here. And since we have a 1 in this row, we've eliminated this box, so 1 can only go right here. So we only have an 8 here. We have 2 9s. We have a 9 here and a 9 here. So that means the 9 will go on this top row. But we have 2 possibilities here, but we can see that there's a 9 also here. So definitely 9 is going right here. So we solved for 9. Let's go on to 5. Oh, we've already done 5. Did we? Yes. We've done 5. We've done possible 7, 9, 4. We only have 1 4 and we've done 1. So let's go on to this bottom 3. Solving for 2. 2 is here. 2 is here. So on this row, 2 can only be here. It's only giving you one option because 2 is along this row, 2 is along this row. So for this box, 2 can only go here. So let's solve for 5s in this bottom 3. 5 is here, 5 is here. So 5 for this box can only go on this row. But we can see that out of the 2, 5 is also in this row. So 5 can only go here. For 8s now, 8 is here, 8 is here. So for this one, we can only put 8 in this box. Solving for 9 now. 9 is in this row. 9 is in this row. So for this box, 9 has to go either here or here. So we have a possibility of 9 being here or here. Okay, so 9, 5, 2, 1, 8, and 4 and 6 are single. So we've gone down this way. Now I'm going to go this way doing the same process. So we see going vertically. I think this is vertical and not horizontal, but vertically we're going to do the same process as we did horizontal. So solving for these 3 boxes vertically, we see 5 is already solved for, because we have 3 5s, 1, 2, 3. We only have 1 4, so we can't really solve for 4 at this moment. We have 2 2s, so let's try to solve for 2. So we have 2 along this row, 2 along this row. We have no 2s here and no 2s in this box, so that means the 2 can only go here. So let's solve. We can't solve for 6. We only have 1 6. We have 2 7s. 7 along this row, 7 along this row. So for this box, 7 can go either here or here. So we did 7s. We only have 1 3. 5 is done. We did 9. Did we do? No, we only have 1 9 here. And 7, 2, 5, 8, 1. So we have 2 1s to solve for. We have 1 here and we have 1 here. So that means for this top box, 1 can only go here. Going to the next 3 rows, going vertically, we only have 1 3. We have 2 7s, so let's solve for 7s here. So 7 here, 7 here. So for this box, 7 can only go here. So now that we know 7 is definitely here, this eliminates this possibility of 7. So we know this is 7. So we did 7. Let's go to 6 now. 6 here, 6 here. So that means that 6 can only go here in this box. Let's do 5s now. 5 here. Oh, 5 is already done. So 2s, we can solve for 2. 2 here, 2 here. So that means 2 can only go here for this box. No, we can't put 2 there because we have 2 here also. So now I have to relook at my puzzle to see if I've made a mistake. Because 2's here, 2's here. 2 can only go here. 2 is here, so that means 2 here is here. Sometimes I get to this point and realize that I made a mistake, but let's keep going on. So 4s, I have 2 4s. I have a 4 here and I have a 4 here. So 4 for this block of squares would have to go here or here. So we solved for 4. We've done 7. We only have 1. We've done 2s. Did we? No, 6 is done. 9. Let's go for 9. I don't think I've done 9 here. Or have I? So 9 here, 9 here. We know that can't be 9 because 9 is already in this box. So I can cross this out. So 9 here, 9 here. For 9, 9 has to be here. Let me cross check myself. 9 here, 9 here. This box doesn't have 9, has to be here. So, okay. I think that is all the numbers for this set of boxes. 5. Yes, I think I can move on to this next 3. So, starting with 9, we see 9 vertically here, 9 here, and then, well, we already have a 9 here. So, let's go to 4. 4 here, 4 here. So, that means for this box, 4 can only go here. So, let's solve for 2 now. 2 here, 2 here. So that means for this box, 2 can only go here or here. But we see a 2 along this line, so that eliminates this box. So 2 is here. We only have 7. 1 7 here. And let's go to 5. 5 is here. 5 is here. No, we have a 5 already. 7, 5, 8. Let's solve for 8. 8 and 8 here. So that means for this box, 8 can only go right here. Okay, I think that is all we can do up until this point. Have I solved for 1? So 1, 1, and then 1 can only go here. So now that we've done that, let me just go through that process because I might have filled in some more numbers because I think, so now any areas where you see there are like only 2 missing, whether it's a actual square or a vertical line or a horizontal line, when you see there's only like 2 or 1 missing, you can start filling those in. So let's start here. We have 1 box missing. We have 1, 2. We don't have 3. So that means, so 1, 2, no 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3 is missing. So we know 3 has to be here. Since we have this solved for 3, let's go back and do the process of elimination for this 3 in this box. So we have 3 here, we have 3 here. So 3 has to go either here or here for these boxes. So 3 here, 3 here. For these boxes, 3 can only go here or here. So now that we solved for that, I see another vertical line where there's only 1 empty box. So let's solve for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a 6 missing. 6, 7, 8. So we have this 6 missing. So 6 can only go here we can cross this out for 6 because now that, well, now that we know that this is a 6, this is probably going to be 6. But I don't want to get ahead of myself because I've messed up a lot of times getting ahead of myself. So let's continue to get a definite number for where the 3 is going to go. But let's go on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7. So we know this cannot be 6 because there's a 6 already in this box. And there's a 6 along this row. So this has to be 7. So now this has to be 6. Let's continue to fill in where we see at least 1 only. So in this box of 9 cubes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This can only be 7. Okay. I think we've done all the ones. So now let's start to do a possibility for the boxes that are free for 2 and 3. So like, for instance, this one, we have 2 numbers or 2 vacancies. So let's try to solve for those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 9. So we know that 8 can only, this can be 8 or 3. But we know that since a 3 is in this row, it has to only be 8. And this has to be 3. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're solving for 6 and 8. 8 cannot go here because there's an 8 here. So 8 has to go here. And 6 has to go here. And so let me solve for 6 along these 3, well, 8 and 6 along these 3 squares. I have 8 here and I have 8 here. So that means 8 has to go somewhere up here in this vertical row. Excuse me. And now that I have 2 6s in this row, 6 here, 6 here, that means 6 has to go somewhere here. And it can only go here. 6 can only go here. Well, let me cross-reference for myself because I think 9, no, I can't put 6 there. 9 can't go here. 9 can't go here. 9 can't go here. 9 can't go here. So 9 has to go here. Nine can't go here. 9 can't go here. 9 can't go here. So 9 could have gone here or here. Let me not solve for 6 right now. Let me do a possible 6. 6 here. 6 here. And so 6 has to be here or here. Okay. I'm not confident. I think I might have messed up somewhere, but let's keep going. Where do I see any others that can be filled in immediately? So look in this box. I have 1 vacancy. I have 1, 2, 3, no 4. So 4 is here. 4 is here. 4 can only go here. So let's solve for 4 along this one if it hasn't been done. So 4 is here. 4 is here. So 4 can only go somewhere along here. So it's a possibility that 4 can go here or here. Okay. Let's solve for this vertical row. So 1, 2, 3s. No, 3 can't be here because we have a 3 in this box. So 3, this can't be 3. So we're going to say that this is 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need an 8. So we don't have no 8s here. We have an 8 there. So now that we have an 8 here and an 8 here, 8 can only go right here in this box. Okay. That frees up just this one. So we're solving for 1 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This can only be 1. We're almost finished. There's 2. I can do 2 here. 2 here. Let's see if I can do 1, 2. I'm missing a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm missing a 3 and a 9. So 3 and a 9. 3 can't go here because there's a 3 here. So I'm going to say 3 is here. And I'm going to say 9 is here. So that kind of eliminates 9 here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're missing a 3 and a 6. 6 can't go here. So this is an automatic 3. And this must be 6. So now, let's start to solve these down here. 1, where's 1 here? So 1's here. 1's here. 1's in this row. 1's in this row. So 1 can only go here. So 1, 2, 3. This can only be 4. So now we have the 4 in this horizontal row, and we have a 4 in this row. We know that the 4 has to go here, but it can only go here because there's a 4 there. So 4. So now I believe this is the final box. So 1, 2. Let's solve for 2's here. 1, 2. So that means no 2's done. We have 1, 2, 3. 3's can only go here because we have a 3 along this row and a 3 along this row. So this has to be 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's look at all of 6's. 1, 6, 2, 6. 6 can only be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 can only here. And that is how you play Sudoku, LB's way.